The same thing over here. Here I have this is the cooked pineapple, and this is the raw pineapple. So you can see the difference in colors. So the color makes it a little bit more translucent. Here I have the cherry, a fruit roll-up. And, of course, with cherry, you're definitely going to want to cook that. And the same thing with the blueberry. You're definitely going to want to cook the blueberry, too. You don't have to, but I think they turn out better that way. And underneath here, this is the banana. Now, the banana is what you would do is you would put the banana in the blender with lemon juice and honey. And when it comes out of the dehydrator, then you would put it down on a piece of paper, parchment paper, and roll it up. This is what the blueberry fruit roll-up looks like when it's finished. And what you need to do is, as soon as it comes out of the dehydrator, you have to remove it from the Ziploc bag. And you can see it comes off really easy. Now what you want to do is take a piece of parchment paper or wax paper. I prefer parchment paper. And then you want to put your fruit roll-up on it. And like I said, you have to remember, you need to do this as soon as it comes out of the dehydrator because it's still warm, and that way you can roll it up, just like that. And there you have a fruit roll-up. Now, in addition to that, I'm going to show you how to package them. So they end up looking just like this. Now what I do is I go to the dollar store and I buy this shrink wrap, and I cut it into little squares like this. Then I take my fruit roll-up, and I go like this, and I'm going to come over here on the vacuum packer. Now I'm not going to seal it, vacuum seal it, I'm just going to use the heat seal on it. See how I'm just using the heat seal on it, and I'm going to do this way too. If you notice, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the scissors and I'm just going to trim it a little bit. And we have a fruit roll-up. What I do is, on the cereal boxes, and they have these plastic bags like this, I save these. And what I do, instead of sealing them like this in the shrink wrap, is I'll take the fruit roll-up, I'll roll them all up and I'll put them in there and then I'll seal them. Okay, different ways that you can package it too. On the raw, if you let it cool, it hardens up. So what I like to do is take the raw ones and put them in a jar like this, and it makes great candy. You'll be surprised at how good it is. And you can just put it in a jar like this, and you can give it to kids when they come over, just a little piece so they can try it. And the other thing you can do is you can take tomatoes, stewed tomatoes or what have you, and blend them. You don't have to cook them, you just blend them. And then what you do is you put them on the same way we did the fruit roll-ups. And what you made is tomato paste. So let's say that you're doing chili, and you need to have tomato paste in your chili. You would just take out some of this and put it inside your chili and instant tomato paste. And that works really well. What I'm going to demonstrate for you here is your egg whites. And this is dehydrated eggs. And I'm going to show you how the dehydrated eggs, when they're cooked, look just like an egg again. And here I have dehydrated cheese, and I have dehydrated milk, and the dehydrated egg whites. So, what I have in this dish here is 2 tablespoons of water. And now remember, this is the egg whites. This isn't the full egg. This is just the whites. And I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of egg whites. I have to add 4 of these because this is a half teaspoon. Now, a lot of the restaurants that you go in and you get egg sandwiches and so on and so forth, they're all made with egg whites. Most of the restaurants, when you order scrambled eggs, they're mostly egg whites. So then what I'm going to do is take my little hand blender like this. Okay, now this is equivalent to 1 egg. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the stove and I'm going to fry this. Okay, and here you have an egg white. I'll add a little salt, a little pepper, and there you have an egg white. And you cannot tell the difference between this egg white and a real egg.
I'm going down, I can't explain. And every time I'm losing you, I can't replace the feelings I had, the motives I took, the passion I regret. The past is such a silly song to sing, 'cause everyone is gone. But every time I think of you, I wish I had you back. Yeah, I wish I had you back.
Okay, everything is cooked and finished, and what I do right before my cream of broccoli soup is I add a tablespoon of butter, and then I take my blender and I cream it. And this is how I puree. Okay? And I do the same thing with my tomato soup. I add a tablespoon of butter. Remember, this is 4 cups of soup, 1 tablespoon of butter, and then I puree this. Okay? And so here we have your beef stew. And you can see the carrots turned right back into carrots again. And you can see this is what the carrots used to look like before we dehydrated them. Okay, and next we have the cream of broccoli soup. And it has all the ingredients that we used there. And next we have the cream of tomato with red roasted pepper. Okay. Then we have the minestrone with elbow macaroni, and we use collard greens in there too. Okay. And next we have the blueberry cranberry bread, the apple bread, and the zucchini bread. And it's really great when you serve it with, this is cream cheese with pineapple in it, and it's really great if you serve it with cream cheese with pineapple blended in it. And next we have the oven apple pancake. It's really good. And last but not least, we have our fruit roll-ups. And the cute little packages they put them in. And there's some of the dehydrated. I'm going to answer some of the questions that people have emailed me about. One is, why do I use an oxygen pack inside a vacuum bag? And the reason I do that is because even though I vacuum pack it and suck the oxygen out, there's still a residual oxygen that remains around the food. And the oxygen pack will remove that. Another question I was asked is, why do I wrap them up so much? Because here's my sugar that I vacuum pack. Now, I cut a little slice in there and I put an oxygen pack down in there. But as you can see the difference between this one and this sugar over here. See how this has got air in around it? Somehow there was a hole was punctured through this bag. No matter how small it is, there's still a hole there and the oxygen had gotten inside of it. So what I normally do after that